My name is Daine Eisold. I'm the founder and CEO of CakeBoxx Technologies here in McLean, Virginia. I founded CakeBoxx in 2011 following a growing national security concern. Post 9/11, there was acute awareness of the possibility of weapons of mass destruction or dirty bombs coming into our U.S. ports. It was recognized that every container coming into the United States represents a potential threat, presenting a grave potential consequence for our country. Along with a couple of other colleagues, we put together a plan and a concept to develop a more secure shipping container that could really address the types of problems that were characterized by the nuke in a box scenario. It was pretty clear to me that there was a great opportunity to improve our national security by making some relatively simple changes to the shipping container that we all have seen for the last 60 years. And that's really the impetus for launching CakeBoxx Technologies and for all the design effort and innovation that came thereafter. When we produce a design, what matters is, does it work? Are we saving the customer money? Are we developing a capability that they didn't have before? Are we protecting their very valuable equipment? When you consider using a CakeBoxx container, the huge cost savings to provide optionality, not locking them into ro-ro transportation, and gives them an opportunity to exploit the benefits of container transportation. I'm proud to say that CakeBoxx Technologies two-piece container is the only container on the planet that has the Department of Homeland Security's Safety Act designation as qualified anti-terrorism technology. We got our first contract, very happily to say it, with Battelle Memorial Institute. They immediately understood the value of the two-piece container. Once they saw the lid come off that deck and saw the wide open landing zone for positioning very complex cargo, they fell in love with our design. That first contract did develop into a follow-on contract with General Dynamics, and General Dynamics has been a customer of ours ever since 2012. Aircraft manufacturing company Boeing asked us to help them solve a problem that they had been experiencing for years, shipping the airframe components of the 787 aircraft. Extremely high value, high consequence, mission critical parts that affected the whole Boeing 787 production line. Boeing was using wooden boxes to ship these products between their manufacturing and assembly plants at great expense and one-time use products. We developed a solution with a CakeBoxx style container that Boeing will be using for the next 20 years. CakeBoxx Technologies works very closely and as an extension of our customers' development teams. An example of that would be with Lockheed Martin. Lockheed is one of our key customers. We're proud to say that we have multiple projects working with Lockheed very closely with their program managers, their technical experts to protect our national security. While we began somewhat defense-centric, since that time, we've made a great contribution to the renewable energy field. One of our key customers is Vestas, the large wind energy company. Vestas came to us because we're an innovation company. They had a problem to solve. We built over 500 very heavily rated transport platforms where we're now shipping gearboxes and generators around the planet. This, for us, was a departure from our normal container business, but it really represented who we are as a systems engineering company. Our ability to view a problem, do a landscape analysis, assess the needs, and generate a design that saves money, saves time, is multifunctional, modular, and gives our customers a great deal of flexibility. Prior to coming to CakeBoxx, I was a career naval officer. I spent over 22 years in the United States Navy. I was fortunate to be serving as commanding officer of 3 different U.S. naval warships. Post my naval service, I had the good opportunity and good fortune to work for the Department of Homeland Security, where I was appointed the Director of Maritime Security at the Transportation Security Administration. That gave me a very good background in the actual container landscape. Following TSA, I was selected by Cotecna Inc., the spinoff of a Swiss trade facilitation company here in Washington, D.C., who had global responsibility for supply chain security operations and programs globally. I was asked by the owner of that company to stand up a global supply chain security service. Once you have a systems engineering perspective and a problem-solving mentality, there's virtually nothing that you can't do. And I think of all the aspects and attributes of CakeBoxx, that best represents who we are. Customers come to us because they have a complex problem to solve, and we solve it.